We're almost less than 2 weeks until this game's release, and that is Team Ninja's soon to be released video game, up and coming game, Rise of the Ronin, and this is the cause behind the scenes. Now, on March 22nd, this game will be releasing, and also Dragon's Dogma 2. A lot of people are making the decision of which game that they're going to get, or maybe they're going to get both. I will be getting Rise of the Ronin first because Dragon's Dogma 2 did not really appeal to me. I still have to finish the first game, but I think if I do get Dragon's Dogma 2, it will be later down in the months or maybe in the year or so. I just know that I didn't really give a crap about Dragon's Dogma 2. I wanted to play this game, you know, that feudal Japan, that samurai, that Ronin, that pro-shogunate or anti-shogunate, Westerners coming in and then infiltrating and stuff and all that whatnot. Everything that this game has, the core concept, the look, I was sold onto this. So I wanted to get this game instead. And I've always said, every time when I've done a reaction on this game, whether it's the gameplay or if they had the behind the scenes episode, I always said this game reminds me of 3 particular games: Sekiro, Neo, and Wolong. But without further ado, I cannot wait for this game to finally be released. But without further ado, I'm about to take a look and react to this, the cause behind the scenes. So let's get it.
Rated M for mature.
Little sister, forgive me for not writing sooner. Paper and ink are hard to come by during my confinement. My misguided captors want me to write a confession, betraying my fellow Shishi in exchange for a lighter sentence. I choose to use this paper to write to you instead. The choices we make are curious things. Some are made from the head with an objective and destination in mind. Others are formed in the heart when the path ahead is unclear. I count myself a lucky man. As for me, both are aligned. I do not write to ponder my own fate, however, but to send a message of hope. The plan we have been working towards is still in motion. Relay this message to our allies and Ronin alike, for it is the latter we must win over to our cause. There are choices to be made soon, and it is their actions that will determine how this will unfold. Keep the flame of our rebellion burning bright, dear sister. Freedom and sovereignty for our beloved Japan is close.
Chapter 3, The Cause.
時代劇特有の浪人らしさみたいなものはすごく
There are typical characteristics to a Ronin that I want players to experience through the game. A Ronin is a samurai who doesn't have a master. They explore various places, meeting diverse people. They don't
It's
spend
cool
much
that you
time
get to
in the
fight
same
against
place,
ninjas, and you can
but they
inflict
always
enemies
achieve
with
something
poison
important,
damage.
often saving people in some way. They don't really have any strong convictions.
Or
Instead, they
poisonous
follow the
damage,
choices
I
that
should
the
say.
player makes. I believe that fits perfectly with the freedom we wanted to give to players during their experience, and to create an open world. Open world has become extremely popular and commonplace in the action game genre. One of its charms is the feeling of exploration, as well as deciding the order to pursue tasks and being able to make your own choices. The Ronin has a blade twin who grew up with him. The bond between the two is the backbone of the game.
You can't stop the war. No one can. This nation will descend into chaos.
The Blade Twins is something that is almost the other side of the story. It's not about good and bad. It's more about something that is very different and contradicting the story of the hero. So writing the theme for this character actually was the most challenging for me.
I think the OST is actually going to be really good in this game.
For the characters, we looked at the way they lived and their outlook on life and conveyed that in their appearance.
Okay.
For characters close to the shogunate, we would keep an Edo style that resonates with...
Sorry for me pausing this, but what I'm really also looking for is the choreography when it comes to the fights and the cutscenes. Maybe that may not seem important to certain people, but it's kind of like when I watch foreign films, whether it's like with mixed martial arts, kung fu, whatever it is. To me, when I see these types of things in video games, especially when you have a game like this or Ghost of Tsushima or whatever, and they display choreography when it comes to fight scenes, I really appreciate that a lot. And within this game, even if it's just a mere minor couple of seconds or so, I want to just sit there and just unravel into the combat scenes and just, you know, just be thrilled at it. So that's all I want to say. Hopefully that they have some dope choreography when it comes to the cutscenes in this game.
the shogunate. Alternatively, for the anti-shogunate characters, we wouldn't hesitate to include Western influences to their styling, such as equipping them with rifles or have them already wearing leather shoes. For Western political forces, we insisted on designs that put forward that Occidental aspect. We wanted these characters to look real.
Japan. The great white whale that's eluded all others.
There are many characters during the Bakumatsu era, such as Perry, for example.
Perry, yeah.
There are also characters from other nationalities. Usually, you would think it would create issues to have them fight, but you managed to make it blend smoothly within the story and the events.
Fighting is such a bore.
Our narrative thread ended up being the bond system. As we developed the bond system, the first aspect that started taking form was the strength of bond with other characters.
I know. Tag along with me, will you?
Ryoma evolves together with the main character from the beginning. He goes on to play a major role within the game. As we were creating him, we wanted to design the coolest image of Ryoma.
Join us later, if the mood strikes you.
The choices the player makes are key elements in changing the strength of bond forged with other characters, which goes on to affect the story.
I'm going to need you on our side.
If you choose to go pro-shogunate, Katsura may become sort of an enemy. It's not fully the case though. You always oscillate between friend and foe.
Katsura is a good character to have as an ally, but also as an enemy, as he gives you that satisfaction of beating a boss.
Yeah, that's true.
You can end up with the opposite feeling towards him.
That's good.
If you go pro-shogunate, the anti-shogunate Katsura will definitely look...
Wait a minute. I didn't know that you can choose pro-shogunate or anti-shogunate. That's new to me. I thought the actual concept of the game, or you as the player, you're being anti-shogunate because of the times that's going on right now in that specific period. Now you have a choice. That's cool. Now you have a choice.
Then along the way you encounter Takamuriyama. The pro-shogunate suddenly becomes attractive.
There are some beautiful characters on your journey.
Yeah, there are.
I have some contacts in the shogunate. If you are interested in doing a favor for them, I could make the necessary arrangements.
There's a real diversity of people in the game. It got me thinking that I would have liked living in that period. Have you ever wondered?
Now to think about it, I may just have to do 2 playthroughs. Anti-Shogunate, Pro-Shogunate? God dang, that sounds like 2 playthroughs right there.
Side you would take?
That's interesting.
Hopefully hopefully it has some replay value. I'm hoping that this game does. Because if it's anything like, not comparing to Ghost of Tsushima, but Ghost of Tsushima has a lot of replay value. Like, I can't count how many times I probably played that game over and over again. So hopefully this is the same as well.
I have.
I'm more of the rustic type, so I would have probably gone full-on katana. A bit like Kondo Isami.
I definitely think that after completing the game, players won't make the same choices for their second run. I also think that it makes it fun to talk to friends about it.
We felt obliged to make a game that we could enjoy ourselves. I believe that everybody put all their effort into making Rise of the Ronin a unique game with unique value. I truly believe that the team working so well together led to the high-quality game we have achieved with Rise of the Ronin.
Chapter 4, Rise of 1. That's probably going to come out next week. Yeah. Probably next week or the week of the game when it's supposed to release it within that week. Yeah. So that was great. I really love what they had in this behind the scenes right here. It pretty much already gave me a sense of what game that I'm pretty much going to get. And it's going to be this one, and I will not regret it. So I'm not going to get the deluxe edition. Didn't like what the content was within it, so I'm gonna get the standard edition because everything it has in there I pretty much like. And I know a lot of people like to say, well, you should be waiting to get games when they go on sale. You shouldn't pre-order them. Some people are just gonna pre-order games that you have to live with it, and even if you don't like their choices, let them spend their money how they want to. But I would have loved to been in the same room as these guys just to see their imagination and their creation of what a cutscene was going to be, the concept, the combat, whatever it is that they were going over with. I would like to be in that room with the minds of those, people, just to see what are they thinking or what their whole entire vision is for this game. And just to see that is brilliant enough. And like I said, I didn't know that you can go and make the choice of pro shogunate or anti shogunate. I think that's very cool. I think it's a lot of things that are really cool within this game, because now I'm also learning that you can create your character as well, which I thought that you had this main character here that was just going to be the character throughout the rest of the game. And it seemed like one of those games that if you play, as far as role playing, you play as that character and they really don't have much of a voice or lines. They just probably have some voice sounds of when they're attacking and stuff like small stuff like that. If you played Wulong, you create your character, they really don't have any voice lines, but you get to create your character, so that's cool. And you get to have AI characters as well that you can have join in your missions, 4-player co-op, which I think is also pretty cool. I don't know if any of my friends are going to be playing this. I know a couple of them said that they're going to get Dragon's Dogma 2, but if they do get this one, hopefully they'll join me in some sessions. But I know that this game is going to be great, even if it does not sell more copies. But all I know is in the same day, people will be getting what they want. So if you are a fan of Team Ninja and their games, you love the Ninja Gaiden games, and Neo, and you want to play this, you'll be satisfied with this. I know I will be. And if you want to play Dragon's Dogma 2, you'll be satisfied with that. If you're getting both, you're generally just really going to be satisfied double time, and everybody gets what they want. this to me will be the year of a lot of games that's coming out, even if it's not a lot of games, but games that are coming out, we all should be satisfied. Like Dragon's Dogma, from Rise of the Ronin, from Stellar Blade. I don't really know much about Hellblade 2, but I'm getting that game still because I love the first one. Black Myth Wukong is coming out this year still. You know, you got Heart of Chernobyl and some other games that a lot of you are probably going to get this year as well. But this is, to me, like a good year. Actually, it's been some good past couple of years of good gaming, even though we had to go through all the BS. But this is definitely a year of great games that's coming out, and I can't complain. So that's going to be it. Make sure on the way out you like, share, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Hit that notification bell and hit me up in the comment section. Are you getting this game day one? You copping it day one? Are you getting Dragon's Dogma day one? Or are you getting both games day one? So let me know in the comment section. Talk to y'all later. I'm out. Peace.